What's up, everybody? What's going on with you? Um, so you see this right here. Let me just see if I can make this bigger. Hold on one second. This right here. This was I'm not gonna play this because it had music in it and all that. And I want to get copywritten. But apparently Cam Newton and Shedeur had an exchange. This was before the game. You know, Cam Newton was there and all that stuff. And he went up to, after he talked to Shedeur, they shook hands and stuff like that. But Cam went up to Shedeur's quarterback coach and said that Shedeur said, I'm on some weird ish. And I guess he's trying to figure out why Shedeur said that. But let me go to Shannon. I went to Shannon Sharp and them, and they kind of explained it. And I didn't realize what did Cam say. So we're gonna go to what Cam said, and I'm gonna explain to Cam and people my age how these young people act, how these young people be carrying it now. But let me go to the audio because it'll put some context to everything. Let me just go to it. So we can get some understanding where that came from. Because these young people, you got to understand something. These young people, they grew up on the internet. These young people like Shedeur age, they don't even remember MySpace, dog. That's how young they are. And we got to keep that in mind that these young people think differently. And they're online. You would think that they wouldn't listen to this stuff. They were like, whatever, charge it to the game or whatever. But their generation is a little different, man. They listen to everything. They're always on the internet, and they take stuff personal. Now, you might say they overly sensitive or whatever the case is, but hey, man, that's just how they carry it. You know, if you say something about them, it's how you say it. You know what I'm saying, so to speak. It's all about how you say it. I critique the players too, but normally I'm more so critiquing the coaches actually. Since, you know, like I said, when they lost against Nebraska, that wasn't on the players. I thought it was on the coaches for not running that ball. You know, Shedeur, you know, whatever the plays are, he run the plays. And how I know that, because last game, Coach Prom was like, I need y'all to throw it to the sideline so we can get the player out of bounds so we can set up for the kick. And he did just that. They ran the play. They called the play and he ran the play. So whatever plays out there, he's gonna implement. He's gonna try to execute the plays that's given to him. So a lot of this stuff is not really on the quarterback. See, people thinking that he's changing up the plays and stuff like that, but he's not really doing that. It's the plays, you know, that's being called. But you know, he's taken a lot of criticism. Really, since his whole career, really, he's been taking criticism and stuff. These kids don't forget nothing, man. These young people, they don't forget anything. They keep receipts. They really do keep receipts. But let's just add some context to this on why Shedeur said he's on some weird shit. So let's listen.
The thing with Shedeur is this.
This is Cam Newton.
You followed him since he was at Jackson State, correct?
Yeah, even when he was in high school.
Right?
Yeah.
When can he hang, like what performance?
Can you hang your hat on?
Can you hang your hat on in college?
Yeah. The only thing I have was like that TCU at that Nebraska game for his first year. This year,
we're talking about TCU, and they ended up not being a good team.
Yeah. Nebraska last year was subpar. Ain't like he beat. That's true. And you can't say, but you was at Auburn, he was at Colorado. It was like Auburn wasn't no favorite to win before you got there. Nobody was picking Auburn to win the national championship. For sure, I don't even think they even thought y'all was going to have a winning season before you got. Yeah.
It was motherfuckers on our team that didn't even think that we was capable of. All I'm gonna say is this:
Hey, don't get it mistaken. That's Beeman over there.
be careful with them comparisons.
Oh, okay. Okay. So apparently somebody was comparing him to Cam Newton. And Cam responded saying that what wins have Shedeur, really what he was saying was, what impact has he made so far? What impact has he made? And here's the thing, right? I kind of agree with what Chad was saying. In this day and in this moment in time, remember, there's error. I don't like comparing errors. You know, like people compare the Jordan era to the LeBron era or whatever. I don't like comparing eras because errors. I don't know if I'm even saying it right, but errors. I don't like comparing it because everybody had their moment, you know, in the spotlight. Everybody had their one shining moment, their career moment, right? Shedeur is having his moment on the opponents he's facing. He can't control the opponents he's facing. I'm sure he would love to play Alabama and have his one shining moment against Alabama, right? I'm sure he would love to play the Georgias, but he's not in the SEC. He's in the Big 12. And last year he was in the Pac-12. And he can only play who he's playing. And also, a lot of these players, they had other good players, or they had a complete team around them. Remember, Shedeur came into Colorado in a rebuilding phase, right? They won 4 games last year. He was in a rebuilding phase of this situation. So he can't control that. I could see if he went to Alabama or something like that, but he didn't go to Alabama. He was recruited by them though. But so what happened was somebody must have compared Cam Newton to Shedeur, and Cam must have felt slighted by it and say, well, what has he done compared to what I've done? Well, you know, Shedeur's situation is pending. So, you know, I could see why Shedeur would feel slighted by what Cam said. Cam Newton is a very accomplished football player on a college level. He was NFL Most Valuable Player in 2015. He was NFL Offensive Player of the Year in 2015. He was NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2011. He was first team All-Pro 2015. He was 3 times Pro Bowl 2011, 2013, and 2015. He was the PFWA All Rookie Team 2011. He won the Burt Bell Award in 2015. 2-time BCS National Champion 2008 and 2010. So he won 2 national championships. Well, the first one was with Florida. He was a backup. He was NJCAA National Champion. He was a Heisman Trophy winner. He won the Maxwell Award. He won the Walter Camp Award. He won the Manning Award. He won the Davy O'Brien Award. He was AP Football Player of the Year. He was SN College Player of the Year. He won the Chick Harley Award. He was a consensus All-American. All this was in 2010. He was the SEC Player of the Year, and he was first team All-SEC. Cam Newton had a very decorated college career, very decorated. But I'm gonna tell you something though. These kids don't care about that, man. They don't. They don't care about that. But he's very accomplished in his college career. He's very accomplished. I just named off all the awards. He won every award that you can imagine. And then he came down with the Heisman Trophy. So I guess he like, well, why are you comparing me to him? And I won all these awards. Now, Coach Prime was on Shannon Sharp and Chad Johnson show last night. He was like, it's all about how you say it. You can critique, but it's all in how you say it. You know, because Shannon was like, he's often called a hater. And Sometime when you critique people, you will come off as a hater. They're going to call you a hater if you critique, because people call me that. And not that I care. I don't give a damn if they call me a hater or not. But you will be looked at as a hater because some people are sensitive. It's how you say it. It's how you say it. It's how you critique. It's your the tone of your voice. That means everything. And it's always been that way. It's the tone of your voice. It's the tone, it really is. It's the tone of your voice. If he could say, man, damn, man, okay, that's what's up. Y'all comparing me to him. But like that, that's all you have to really say. Okay, that's cool. They comparing me to him. That's your opinion. And then move on from it. But he was like, what meaningful game has Shedeur been in? What has he won and things like that? That's what he was saying. It was how he was saying it. So Shedeur probably felt, I can't speak for Shedeur, but I'm just looking on the outside in. He probably felt slighted by it. And now you're going to come up to him and trying to shake his hand after you dissed him. You know what I'm saying? He felt dissed by it. That was he's like, man, you comparing him to me? I'm freaking Cam Newton. That's how it came off. He said, and watch who you compare, and then ended the conversation. And then Travis really wasn't feeling him either. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you dissed my boy. And you know what I'm saying? It's not love. It's not love over here, man. We know what you said, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we feel slighted by you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, get up out of here, man. You're on some weird stuff. You're on some weird type of time. I understand why Shedeur said he's on some weird type of time. Like, damn, man, you pretty much diss me on your podcast, and then you come to try to shake my hand, man. Yeah, man, get up out of here, man. So these kids don't care about your accolades. They don't care, even though you have a hell of a lot of accolades now. You do. But you had your time to shine, man. Let this kid have his time to shine, man. And I think you got to encourage him. He's facing he got a hard task ahead of him here. He going to the NFL, and we know the NFL, it's all the way up. It's all about what you can do. He have a bad NFL season, everybody gonna be talking about him. So he gonna have a lot of pressure on him. It's not all glitz and glamour in the NFL, man. Everybody talking about what's his name now that went, I forget the guy with the long hair, quarterback. People talking about him, damn, he having a bad season. But before, he was everybody's wonder kid. But the NFL is all about what have you done for me lately. So instead of, he should be encouraging, like, listen, man, this is what you're going to be facing in the NFL. And, let me give you some pointers here and there, how to handle yourself and stuff like that. And here's the mistakes I made, But to say, yeah, you comparing him to me and why are you comparing, like he's a peasant or something? That's how it came off. That's how I'm just now that we got some context to it, that's how it came off. Like, who are you to try to compare Shedeur to me? But everybody know you won all the awards. Everybody knows that. But it's how you say it. You know what I'm saying? It's how you critique. I would think that, why can't brothers help each other out, man? We never help each other out. I know my brother had just said to me yesterday, he was like, we don't have a community. And I said, what you mean by that, man? Like, talk to me. He was like, we don't have a community. My brother was in a mood, yo. He was like, we don't have a community. We don't help each other. He said, everybody is out for self, and we always trying to down each other, and we not trying to look out for each other. And he said, these other races be helping each other out. He said, they be looking out for each other, like making sure each other is good. He said, we don't have no community, man. And I said, yeah, man, it's conditioning, but I could see critiquing a player's game, right? Oh, he had a bad game, but it's how you say it. It's really how you mention it. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. Like, me personally, I wouldn't want to be hanging around a team like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know them like that. I don't want to come around because it'll seem like I'm trying to get some light, off of what they doing. That's why if you notice, I never go to the games. I never try to go on the sidelines or anything like that. I'm real as they come. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to, you know, um, be all up in somebody's face, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to give nobody the opportunity to diss me like that. Like, oh man, look at him coming around, trying to be around. I'm not trying to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Even though he Cam Newton and all that. But if you know what you said about him, yeah, I wouldn't be trying to shake his hand, man. After you dissed him. But like I said, me personally, I know some people might say, oh no, what's wrong with you going to the games? If I would go to the games, I'd be in the stands. I'm not trying to be on the sidelines. I'm not trying to get no interviews or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just there's no gimmicks over here. That's what I'm trying to say. There's no gimmicks. I'm not trying to come up like I'm not trying to be in nobody's face. You know what I'm saying? Like that. If I happen to see him, I like, what's up? That's it, and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get, because some people might take it that, oh, you trying to get close to us, trying to get clout. I'm not like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm 100% real. And I don't believe in dissing people like that. Like, what I'm saying is I'm real. Like, it's a way to criticize somebody. Like, I wouldn't criticize these young people because you got to give them encouragement. You know what I'm saying? It's hard enough what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? I believe in criticizing them coaches though, because they grown. They're older. You know what I'm saying? But even with my criticism on them, I don't even think it's criticizing, because I said they need to run the ball more, and it's the coach's fault they lost that game. That's not really, I don't think that's really criticizing like that. That's just telling it what it is. But I'm gonna tell you something, everybody is not gonna take that as criticism. They're not gonna take that constructive criticism. They're gonna take it as a diss. Even the coaches would take it like that. I know the coaches be like, nah, no, it's what it is. Nah, yo, they all take it like that way. It's just people in this world now, you got to be careful with the criticism. You do. Everybody don't take kindly to your opinion. That's what I'm trying to say. Your opinion doesn't mean anything, which it doesn't really. But everybody has an opinion, right? But I would say that if it was Cam Newton, he should be doing all he can to like try to help him. That's what I'm saying. That's saying that, why are you comparing yourself to me, man? Do all you can to help the guy. Saying, call him up like, yo, man, you about to go to the NFL. This is what you about to be facing. And I guarantee you, Shedeur would have been, all right, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? But that he said that comment, Shedeur must have heard that, for him to, he did shake his hand, though. He was cordial. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even have to shake his hand. He could have left him hanging. But he did shake his hand and say, whatever, man, you're on some weird type of ish. It's what it is. It is kind of weird, after you don't diss them like that, and you're gonna try to shake his hand. So it is some type of weird type of time. I will say that is weird type of time. You know what I'm saying? I also I see I'm from the old school. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in all that. Like, I don't believe in criticizing young people, like tearing them down. I don't believe in all that. I believe each one help one. You know what I'm saying? Because they're under a lot of pressure. Shadeur's under a lot of pressure. Everybody, if he even sneezed wrong, the media got something to say about it. Okay. Even if he sneezed wrong, anything he does, the media is there to tear him down. You know what I'm saying? So if you know that, Cam, and you don't been through it with the media, because he has. Cam Newton been through it with the media. So he should be the one to be like, you know what? I know how it feels for the media to try to tear you down. And you my brother, and this is what I'm gonna do to help you. But we don't help each other like that, fam. This is on some jealousy type stuff, man. That's the only thing I could see it. Like, damn, it's just, whatever. Why are you comparing him to me? I don't know. It's just it is some weird type of time. That's what I'm gonna say. But I just said my little opinion on it, man. My opinion don't mean nothing, like that. But I will give you my opinion, though. I am going to give it to you real on how I saw that. I side with Shedeur on this one. Now, the only thing is, though, he shouldn't have said that in front of the kids. I think Cam had his kids with him, and if he did say you on some weird-ish, the kids heard that. That's the only thing I don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? Because the kids may have wanted to talk to him. Hey, man, my kids, they wanted to meet you, and then you said my dad on some weird shit. The kids heard that because they were right there. That's the only thing I don't like. You know what I'm saying? That the kids had to hear that. You know what I'm saying? It should have just been like, all right, let me just shake his hand and keep it moving because his kid's there. All right. That's the only thing. But I do agree with him. That's some weird type of shit. You know what I'm saying? It is. But we're in a different day and age now where things are allowed that's not supposed to be. That wasn't allowed when I was coming up. But Shedeur understands that. The reason why he understands that because he was raised by somebody old school. So they don't take no shorts off nobody. You understand what I'm saying to you? They don't take no shorts. And he grew up a certain way. Like his dad said, he didn't give him a silver spoon. Everybody think he grew up with a silver spoon, but he was fortunate than the average person. Yes, he was. He was fortunate. He didn't come from the hood. So he's fortunate. But I don't think Prime spoiled these kids. These young men. I hate to keep calling them kids. I mean, for me, they are kids, man. For me, they are. Okay. He don't remember 9/11. So he's a kid to me. He don't remember 9/11, yo. He doesn't remember it. He don't remember MySpace. So I remember when they were kids. But actually, I can't diss him. He's a man. You know, see, these are young men. I'll say that. I keep saying kid. That's just how I talk. But he grew up under old school principles. Okay. So if he grew up under old school principles, he's going to live by old school principles. So if somebody talking down on you, we're not friends with nobody like that. Excuse me. We're not friends with somebody that talk down on us and all that. Like now I'm supposed to be fake with you and all that. Nah, it ain't nothing fake over here, fam. Shedeur, I love that right there. The only thing is you said that in front of the kids. That's the only other thing I ain't like. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you didn't see the kids, but I think his kids was right there. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing. Because the kids, they got young, impressionable minds. They're gonna always remember that. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, but that's why I don't believe in idolizing. You know what I'm saying? I don't be idolizing celebrities and all that because they regular people just like me and you. Just like somebody tried to come into the at the end of the game when Coach Brown's about to give his speech, there's audio when he was like, "Oh, we don't really know y'all like that. Y'all can't come in here with your cameras." You see what I'm saying? So I don't believe in all that. If you don't know the team and nobody vouch for you, you shouldn't be coming in there with your cameras. You know what I'm saying? Like I could have easily, like I'm gonna tell y'all something real quick. Like I'm really media. I'm the media too. You know what I'm saying? I be doing moderate numbers. I'm media. You know what I'm saying? They know who I am. I could easily get press passes, but I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to be around like that because I don't know them like that. And that's why I respect when Coach said that. See, he speaks my language because he's Generation X. We grew up under the same principles. Like, if we did something, we got that belt. He know what I'm talking about. We got that belt. These young kids, they ain't get that belt. They ain't get that switch off the tree. You feel me? There's certain things how we grew up and whatnot. So we don't know you like that. I'm like that too. Like I don't really know you like that, so you can't come around. You know what I'm saying? So I won't come around like that. Like like you know what I'm saying? I talk about the team and I leave it like that. You know what I'm saying? I leave it in the media. I leave it online. I'm not trying to infringe and come and try to be around. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying, because people ask me, how come you don't go to games and stuff? I'm not trying to do that. If I do go, I'm going to go in the stands, like that. I'm not trying to be called out like how somebody was called out saying, yeah, I don't really know you like that. You got to get up out the meeting. That's some corny type shit. We don't do all that. So I love when Coach Prime said that. He said, I don't really know you like that. So yeah, you can't come in with your camera. So you can't, he's right. You just can't let anybody come around with the camera. Because I don't know you like that. That's what's up. But if he do know you like that, he do allow you to come around. There's certain people that do come around that he do know like that. But if you don't know him like that, you can't just be doing that. So I love that shit. But Cam, you're on some weird type of time, man. And I'm gonna say this, Cam, I'm older than you. You know what I'm saying? I'm older than Cam. Cam, you was on some weird type of shit. I'm just telling you. You was on some weird type of time because you dissed the young man and then you sitting up here trying to shake his hand. Nah, fam, it don't work that way. He's old school. He was raised by old school pops, old school mom, and they taught him certain things. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up right there. I love it. Shedeur, keep doing your thing. You didn't do nothing wrong in this situation. Only thing is the kids were around, but other than that, you didn't do nothing wrong other than that. I agree with you. Cam need to go sit down somewhere. He need to go sit down. Cam, you need to go sit down on this one. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you won the Davy O'Brien, you won the Heisman, you won the Walter Camp, you won everything. You was SEC Player of the Year, you was everything. You was all world. But yeah, man, don't diss the young man like that. But anyway, guys, how y'all doing? And shout out to Travis. Travis got old school principles too. Like, you're not gonna diss my boy and think everything is all Gucci. You're just not gonna do that. So they old school. I like when I see young guys that's old school. I love to see young guys that got old school principles. You see what I'm saying? He got his parents raised him like that. He old school. You see what I'm saying? And because I could see when Cam went up to him, he was just kind of like, all right. You know, they kind of gave him like, the cold shoulder a little bit, you know. But they were cordial though. Shedeur was cold. He did shake his hand, and Travis was cordial to Cam Newton. But yeah, Cam, go sit down somewhere with these funny ass looking hats, man. Go sit down. You know what I'm saying? The polo and everything fit was pretty cool, but the hat, man, I don't know what type of time you on, man, but just, go have a seat, man. Go have a seat, with your don't criticize, don't compare him to me type of vibe. Yeah, go sit down, man. Don't try to go shake my hand now. You feel me? So yeah, that's just my take on it. I like Ocho Cinco's take on it too. He was like, Shedeur is doing what he do in this moment in time. The teams that he faces is not up to him. It's not up to him who he faced, but he is one of the best players at his particular moment in time in college football. He's one of the best in this particular era. And that's how you got to look at it. You can't compare eras, I don't want to compare him to nobody. He's Shedeur, you know what I mean? Like that. So he's doing it how he do it right now. And whatever opponents he faces, the opponents he faced, but he going to get his opportunity, when he gets in the NFL. All right. To see what he can do when he gets in the NFL, to see if he can surpass what you did. So I just wanted to say that, man. Sometimes people don't know when to have a seat. You know what I'm saying? They don't know when to have a seat. They trying to be around after they don't dissed and all that. These kids old school, man. They don't forget nothing. And also they don't grew up on the internet, so nothing gets past them. Nothing. When you think they're not listening, they're listening. I'm just telling you. And they remember every syllable that comes out your mouth, especially if it's disrespectful. Yeah, Cam, that was disrespectful, man. I'm sorry. But other than that, Cam was a hell of a player, man. He was. We can't take that away from him. Heisman Trophy, everything. So that's Cam Newton. I remember Cam Newton when he won the Heisman, man. Cam was all that. Very athletic quarterback, big quarterback, as you see, because he was towering over Shedeur. I think he's 6'5". And he played with the Carolina Panthers. and Steve Smith was there. That they had a pretty good run a little bit, but he's with the Panthers for so long. That's the only thing. They wasn't really winning like that back then. So you put him on another team, he could have did some more things. But yeah, man, shout out to these young people. I keep saying kids, but that's just how I talk. Shout out to these young people for hanging on them old school principles, man. I'm like that. You're not gonna sit up here and talk crap about me, then shake my hand. That's not happening. Without giving me without me telling me, without us sharing a little bit of pleasantries about what you did. I'm like, I'm gonna tell you about yourself now. But yeah. So I remember one time, I ain't gonna lie to you, it was this friend of a friend. She's like, "You ain't gonna wish me happy birthday?" I was like, "No." I said that in front of me. She's like, "Why?" I said, "Because you were sitting there talking about me. How you don't rock with me and all that. And I'm gonna sit up here and wish you a happy birthday. All right, cool." You know what I'm saying? But then I wound up saying it. It was a misunderstanding, but she was like, "Oh my God, you ain't gonna wish me out." Hell with your birthday. I'm like that, So Shedeur apparently is like that too. But that's how it is with these sports commentators, former players. They just like Richard Sherman, with his commentary on Travis. That was disrespectful. It's how you say it, like Coach Prime said, it's how you say it. You know what I'm saying? He pretty much was called him bland, like he's boring, like he ain't doing nothing special. That's what bland, like he's bland. Like, okay, he's okay. Yeah, that's corny, man. That's like that's dissing the kid, man. So he made a shirt out of it. I'm bland. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it worked. But instead of calling him bland, help his game out then if he bland. Like call him up on the phone, like, "Yo, Trav, I need you to do this, do that." And he said he looked up to you, so he probably would take your advice. Like, yeah, you need to do this, do that, and you'll be straight. Instead of sitting up there calling him bland. You know what I'm saying? And then gonna say he didn't mean it that way. No, what does bland mean? You said he's bland. You were being honest. You said you think he bland. And he took it a certain way. That is hurtful. Like, damn, the guy, saying I looked up to pattern my game. He's saying I'm mid. He's saying my game is mid. I'll be feeling a certain type of way as well. But they talked it out and everything is good. But he still wore that shirt, though. That's cold when he did that. He came out with that bland t-shirt. These dudes is cold, man. They old school and they don't care. They're like, look, man, we not taking no shorts from nobody. And I love that right there. But anyway, I think I spoke long enough on this. I will see you on the next one. Cam, go sit down.